Now we're back. We're all charged up. So we can go ahead and take the gimbal cover off, open up our arms. Now I had a friend who's been flying this one for a while tell me that from being in the storage spot, the front arms, he's had his blades get a little messed up, the tips he said. So that'll be something to keep an eye on, and you guys can keep an eye on it as well. So unfold them. And I'm going to go ahead and get out my batteries. Now the first thing I'm going to do is, same as I do with all my batteries, I'm going to label them 1, 2, and 3 because I like to make sure I use my batteries, swap them out in between cycles. That way I'm not using one battery all the time and wearing it out. They're going to have even amount of cycles on all the batteries. So just a little tip, something I do. So first thing we'll do is get out this battery that I marked number 1. And we'll go ahead and put it in the drone. Alright, and now I'm going to power up my radio first. So just like all the DJI products, you're going to press it once and then long press it a second time for it to start up. And then this screen is going to take a second to boot up. And then we're going to have to hook this up to Wi-Fi because I'm sure we're going to need to do the firmware update right away. So the first thing you're going to do, select English or whatever language you're going to select. So I'm going to select English. Terms of use, you got all that legal mumbo jumbo. You're probably signing your life away because nobody reads this stuff. Just hit agree. United States for me. Next. Alright, select the Wi-Fi network. So I'm gonna turn my hotspot on my phone because I think that'll be the easiest way to hook this thing up. Alright, so now that's up there. And then I can put in my password, look at it, make sure it's right. Okay. Connecting to Wi-Fi. Connection failed, of course. Why wouldn't it? Try again. If it fails again, I'm just going to X out of this. Okay, failed again. So I'm going to X out of this and I'm going to try logging on to my other network. Let's see if I can share my Wi-Fi password here because I certainly don't remember it. But okay, here we go. Now I got to put in this long password with all these crazy characters and everything. Let's tell you, passwords are, a huge pain in the freaking butt. If we're being completely honest. Check. See if this looks right. Okay. All right. Now that the Wi-Fi is finally hooked up, go ahead and hit next. Time. Not in Beijing time. How the hell do you figure out your freaking time? These things aren't even in alphabetical order. Man, figuring out your time zone is properly a pain in the ass, I could tell you that much. Because none of this stuff is like the normal things that I see for the Eastern time zone in America. I'm going to have to edit a lot out of this damn video. I don't want Atlantic time zone Canada. I'm not in the freaking Atlantic time zone Canada. There we go. Eastern. How the hell did I miss that the first time scrolling past it? It's clear as day, Eastern time. Okay. Next. Make sure the time is set correctly. Confirm. Log in. And my password. So you're logging into your DJI Fly account, or if you don't have one already, you've got to set up a new one. Of course, now I forgot where I was at, so I got to start over with stinking password. Get that back, and then log in. So you're either putting in your login or create account, depending on whether you have DJI Fly already or not. Then you get to deal with this lovely CAPTCHA bullcrap. So T7TW, capital T, 7, capital T, capital W. Log in. Activate this device. All right, welcome. Let's get started with a guide on how to use this product. Start. Swipe horizontal from the edge of the screen to return to the previous screen. Left dial adjusts your gimbal tilt. Right dial adjusts your camera zoom. Left button is your record video. Right button is your shutter, and half press to autofocus. Full press to take the photo. On the front, you've got your return to home button and your switch to flight mode button. And it looks like your return to home button is also a brake. Press to pause flight and hover, and press and hold to return home. Okay. And then on the back, you've got C1 and C2. And these buttons are customizable in the app. You can go ahead and customize them. And then your status indicator, solid red light, aircraft not connected. Solid green, aircraft connected. Solid yellow, firmware update failed. Okay, so you've got your little oblong light here. And that's what that's all about. And then, of course, you got your 3 green LEDs, which are going to be your battery level. All right, status indicator light, again, that's going to be this oblong one here. Blinks blue, linking with the aircraft. Blinks yellow, low battery warning. Blinks cyan, control sticks not centered. Blinks red, smart controller temperature too high. Aircraft battery level too low. Alright, and then it's just reminding you, adjust your antenna position regularly when controlling the aircraft to make sure the aircraft is always within optimal transmission distance. And you always want to try to have your antennas perpendicular to your drone, and they say that you don't want to fly directly over your antennas. All right, so that's done. So now go to the DJI Fly app. All right, so gives you a little video introduction. And I'm going to go ahead and skip that. Okay, so information, authorize all the GPSs and the hardware, location information. Yeah, we'll go ahead and authorize all that, why not? What data you share, DJI product improvements. I'm going to go ahead and click not now on that. Okay, so now we're up to this screen here. So now I'm going to go ahead and power on the drone. Again, one short press and then a long press. And then once it starts kicking on, you'll see the lights start flashing, the propellers are going to twitch, and then it's going to connect to the controller. Eventually, there you go. We just switched to solid green, so now we're connected. Now you can use this controller. It will fly, I believe it'll fly the Mini 3, and I know for a fact it'll fly the Mini 4. Not 100% certain on the Mini 3, but I know it'll fly the Mini 4 as well as the Air 3. So if you happen to have both of those, you can use just one controller. Activate the aircraft. Agree. So now it's activating the aircraft. Activation is successful. Done. Bind activation code. Okay, that's for the DJI refresh. You've got 48 hours to purchase the DJI refresh. On a bird that does not have 360 obstacle avoidance, I would definitely recommend that. Or if you're a new flyer, I'd recommend it. I did not get it on my Air 2S, and thankfully I didn't have any issues and never crashed that bird. My original Mavic Mini, that's another situation. I put that in the dirt a few times. So I'm going to go ahead and skip the DJI refresh. You will be directed to the official website where you can purchase refer after exiting. Continue. Okay, confirm. New firmware available. Okay. So the aircraft is successfully bound with the device. This is pretty self-explanatory, this walkthrough. So let's go ahead and update this firmware, because I know there's some updates that you really do want on there. There's a new auto for the active track, or active focus as they call it. There's a new auto section there that's going to go ahead and make your active track videos a little bit more dynamic, like somebody's actually flying the bird. So we'll just wait a little bit for this to update. It's only at 2%, so this is probably going to take a while. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, and when we come back, it'll be updated. If I have to do anything else, I'll turn the camera back on. That way you guys aren't missing anything with this setup procedure.